Hey everybody, and welcome to my first theory video about Avatar. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Avatar. I love I don't know, the beautiful and the beauty of this alien planet. And that's what we call Pandora. And I love all the animals, including the Na'vi. But I mean, as we all know and love, how we love nature so much, like back on Earth. But the idea of loving other creatures that just don't exist, but sometimes we wish we do, like me. But yeah, we all have our favorite, badass beast freaking animals that are so, I don't know, intimidated as hell and strong and powerful with teeth and claws, and their behaviors and stuff. It's just, very, very extraordinary. So, yeah, I love Pandora. I really can't wait for the third movie. I mean, the two movies are very, very awesome, but we're not going to talk about that. So this is my first theory video about my favorite animal on Pandora, and that's the thanator. So this is not going to be a very long video. I mean, I can just tell it's not. It's just going to explain just a few things about this animal. And I would say it's my least favorite, but I have to admit I have to love the other animals too. I mean, not like respecting that, but I love the other ones too, not just this beast. But it is very extraordinary. And why? Well, I probably don't have to answer that question, but maybe you guys do know why it's so freaking extraordinary. Because you have to raise your hands up with that, because it really sure is. And it's a land predator on Pandora, and the Na'vi as the Avatar are very afraid of this animal, even trying to respect it, of its beauty and its habitat, its territory, because it's the rainforest. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get into it as this theory video. And yeah, and if you guys know, the word thanator as the name. Okay, the name of the thanator is mouth bringer of fear, if I'm saying that right, because I looked it up. So the thanator means mouth bringer of fear, and I think it's another word for death, so it's kind of a death predator. And what's crazy is that this animal can eat the T-Rex and have the alien queen for dessert. It's kind of crazy, but that's what it says when you look it up from James Cameron, because he's the director that made the movie. And yeah, he made this creature like freaking awesome. Like, there's so much to say about it, and I just love this animal. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, the thanator is the king hell predator on Pandora, the mouth of bringer of fear. Just saying, I hope I pronounced that right. So yeah, my favorite part is when the thanator jumps over Jake, and it's so freaking badass right there. I mean, just the way it jumps. I mean, if you're on Pandora and fucking seen that, oh my gosh, I don't know what you'll do. I even love when the battle starts and the thanator just jumps, or not jumps, but runs in the forest. Sorry guys if I made a mistake, I meant run, so I forgot what its speed is, but it's very, very fast. So yeah, I'm right. It runs and it jumps. So it's very, very agile when it jumps. And I've seen people's comments on other, theory videos, and people are saying, yeah, this animal's a predator, but it's similar, like, what kind of animal we're talking about on Earth, planet Earth. And that's mainly a feline. That's mainly a cat. So yeah, you guys are guessing to yourselves, is the thanator a cat? Well, yeah, it is a cat. It's one big freaking cat. One big feline is what it is. The big feline beast. And it's just very incredible. And, people are just saying, is it a lion? Is it a tiger? I mean, yeah, those are big cats on, planet Earth, but let's just try to be honest to make these, these questions correctly. Now, yeah, it is a cat, but if it was a tiger, then it will have an orange body and with black stripes. But there's also the white too, so white, orange, and black. And well, for this cat, for the thanator, it would look really weird with fur. Like, there's no fur on it, it's just skin. Like, scaly skin. Well, I'm not saying it's scaly skin, but just normal skin and armored body. Because its armored body and muscles are so strong that it will not die from bullets. So it cannot die from guns, only sharp knives that can impale it. And well, yeah, we, all people understand, even how I understand, that people always say the joke, cats have 9 lives, when they don't. So not even the thanator would have 9 lives. Because, I know I'm right and honest. Nobody, or even animals, will not have 9 lives. Every living thing has 1. And we have 1 as well. So you can see how he just stabs the thanator, and this beautiful frickin' beast is finished. It is done. Multiple stabs. God, that pain and bleeding out. It's just not pretty. And we know death's not pretty. But killing such a beautiful frickin' creature is just, it's not cool. It's really not cool. But yeah, it has 1 life and that's it, so, yeah. We all know it's true, everybody. You guys have to know that cats and every animal, they do not have 9 lives. So the thanator does not have 9 lives. For it to be a big cat, yeah, it's true. It's 100% true. So yeah, the only cat it really is for not being a lion or a tiger would be a panther. And panthers are my favorite cats. And it's very hard to say if they're a jaguar too. Because I don't know if a jaguar and a panther are 2 different cat species with 2 different names. But I'm sure it really is definitely a jaguar or a panther. Because yeah, it has the same skin tone, because it really is. It's black, but it doesn't have fur on its body. But that doesn't mean it's still a freaking cat. Even if it has no fur or not, it's still a cat. It's just the difference is the snout. The snout is just too kind of long. And we all know that because, like me, with this theory video, I'm just 100% right. We all know cats back on Earth do not have long snouts. But the thanator has a long snout. But it's still a cat. It's just a very different but extraordinary one. But we also do know that for it to be a cat as a feline, a lot of cats as predators hunt at night, means they're nocturnal. So the thanator will be more nocturnal at night to hunt food than in the day. So yeah, when it saw Jake, it was very desperate to get food. Mean it must have been very, very hungry, and its instincts are probably so strong that it has to eat to survive. It's just in the movie we don't even really get a lot of scenes of the thanator. Like, yeah, it would be awesome if we did, but we only see it 2 times. So this is like the battle. I slowed it down to make it, well, kind of cool, but also just to understand it. And, well, yeah, so it's definitely nocturnal. It probably has a lot of good night vision at night, because a lot of cats do. I mean, cats' good night vision is like night goggles. Like, cats are wearing goggles at night, and they can see so good, but we can't really see good. We do not have good eye vision, but for a cat, yeah, the thanator, yeah, definitely for sure. It will definitely be nocturnal like the viper wolves, and a little bit in the day, kind of, not really. But yeah, we just don't see a lot of scenes of how this big freaking beast creature even hunts. Like, we don't know what it hunts to kill, to eat. But yeah, as all animals back on Earth, cats are one intelligent animals that have to eat to survive. Their instincts are so strong, like lions and tigers, that it's very hard to say they eat every day to live, but they eat a lot of meat, and that's the important thing. That's the circle of life. But yeah, people say the thanator is like part of the Lion King, because it's like the king of the forest. And well, cats are the kings. They're like the king of beasts, and that's what cats are. So the thanator is definitely the king of the forest jungle of Pandora. So I guess there might be another theory about it, because what I love about the thanator's face is the quills on its crest. I mean, we all know cats don't have krill crests, because this is why this cat's totally different. And the reason why, it's because it's an alien cat. So yeah, number 1, for just all these questions. So number 1, the thanator as a feline, it walks on 6 legs. So, I mean, that's pretty, incredible, walking on 6 fucking legs. And 2, it has a long snout almost, with very sharp teeth. And the front ones look kind of long. And yeah, I guess that's probably just 2 answers, but yeah, I love its armored body, its flat tail. And yeah, it's just so freaking badass. I just love this creature. But also what's really extraordinary is its flaps there. So yeah, here's like the head. It's pretty much dead because it just got stabbed like how many damn times. But yeah, here's the head. And I can kind of zoom in, but if you see this line right in the middle, that's actually the flaps that kind of rolls back in its snout. And they kind of go up and down. It's really cool. And then you got the front teeth there. And I don't know if I'm really right about this theory, but who knows, as a very extraordinary alien kind of creature that would probably have even teeth in the back of their throat. But I don't think the thanator has no teeth in the back of its throat. I would say that would probably be incorrect or impossible. But yeah, it's a really cool feline, but we all know cats back on Earth don't even have big front teeth like that. Yeah, they have canines, but, well, I would not recommend these are canines. But yeah, if we move right over here, this is where the eye is at. And yeah, some of all the Pandora creatures are different. Like most of the animals would have 2 eyes, or even 3 or 4 eyes. But the thanator only has normal 2 eyes. So it would definitely have the same 2 eyes than a normal cat back on Earth. 2 eyes, like our 2 eyes to see, with good vision, and probably a lot of frickin' eye contact, because a lot of cats do, because, well, that's just how they are, they're predators. So the thanator will definitely have a lot of eye contact for hunting prey and all. So right back here is where its crest is at, and those long things are the quills. And yeah, they're pretty cool how they're actually called quills, because it reminds me of a porcupine, how that cool animal has quills all over its body. If I'm saying that right, I think they're quills, but I'm not saying I'm making a mistake here, or being mistaken. But I think they are quills, because a porcupine's quills, yeah, I'm right, okay, they are quills. I got that right. So the quills are like hairs on the porcupine, and it will use it to offend itself. And it's kind of weird thing, they're a sharp hair that kind of looks like a needle, and it will just poke in your skin. I mean, it really hurts. But this is like on the thanator a little bit, because these quills will be a little different. But just imagine that. Imagine some kind of weird, strange cat back on Earth would, frickin' have a quill crest. I mean, that would be like, I don't know. That would be something else. So here's a picture of a jaguar. Now, yeah, they're probably from the panther family, but let's just not talk about that. This is just a short picture of just understanding what cats look like back on Earth. Now, you can really tell the difference, how cats, they have whiskers, so around, the kind of their snout a little bit from their nose, just how their face is. And then they also got whiskers above, their eyebrows. Well, they don't really have eyebrows, but they have them kind of above their eyes. And then they have ears. But you might be saying, where the hell is the thanator's ears? Well, it has ears. They're just not normal, regular ears, if I'm saying that right. So it would not have normal ears, because why would it really have normal ears? I mean, yeah, it's a cat, but it's just maybe different if you want to say, but it's more alien, because we all know there's no alien animals on planet Earth. I mean, why would even a cat would be alien? And you can just definitely tell the difference of the face. I mean, it will still have its 2 eyes to see. And, the senses of smelling for prey and spotting its prey. And all the behaviors of a real cat will do. So the thanator would have the same techniques. It's just what's different is the legs. That's what we're going to talk about. So yeah, with the body and the legs, the thanator has 6 legs, but a normal cat only walks on 4. But man, it would be so weird if the cats back on Earth just like multiplied or some kind of evolution and all of a sudden they become born with 6 fucking legs. And how would you manage to try to run on 6 legs? I mean, I would not say that's too many legs, but 8 legs like a spider, I would say 8 legs are probably 10 times more, a little bit more than just 6, because running on 8 will be a little difficult. But 4 legs is fine because a cat needs to have 4 legs, not fucking 6. But yeah, I would have the same body structure like this leopard. Leopard. And sort of kind of the long neck. I mean, cats don't really have long necks. But this is the neck and that's the head. So, not very long necks, but, they still have a neck. I mean, they're a little longer than ours, kind of, just not as long as you know what, so, yeah. And well, when cats yawn when they're tired or, roaring and making noises, they open their mouths. So here's how the teeth are. The thanator will not have these kind of teeth. The teeth are like all together, but they also kind of spread. But they're not just 2 normal big teeth right here. These 2 big teeth are the canines. But the thanator kind of does seem like it has canines. I just think it's more canines, multiple canines. Like, hell yeah, it would be really incredible if the cats back on Earth had more canines. But no, they only got 2, and they only got the very tiny ones in the middle of their jaw. And then you got the back ones, and then a little bit of the front ones too. So here's the front ones. Kind of like a dog, because they have canines as well. Strong jaw forces, and yeah. Not saying cats have strong bite forces, but yeah, the thanator definitely will. Like the viper wolves. So yeah, looking at the snout, you can tell there's no way a cat would try to lift up its huge lips to show the skin, like underneath, the way their jaw is. There's just no way their lips will go that high. Plus, like, covering up their nose, their nostrils. But the thanator can do that. It's different. So if you see very closely in slow motion, you can see those skin flaps. They just roll up from the snout. Yeah, it's a very extraordinary feline cat, but those huge flaps just go up to the nostrils. And like I said, I hope you guys know I'm really right. This is 100% right. There's no way cats back on Earth will have their lips rolling up and just making them more freakier, like more, terrifying than, I don't know, it would be a scary thing to see if the cat's lips went up that freaking high. But yeah, you can see how they are. It's very extraordinary. So those big flaps go up where the hell its nostrils will be to breathe. But I'm not going to say it does have nostrils to smell or breathe, because all the animals on Pandora have these holes in their chest. I might just call them air sacs or maybe lungs, because lungs are air sacs. But there's something else I can't really pronounce. But I just call them air sacs for short, because, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, you can't really see the front teeth, but that's how those big front teeth are. I would say the teeth are kind of like a cat's claws. When they're tractable, they go out and then they go in. It's kind of how it is, except not its normal feet. because the thanator's claws, its feet are not even actually paws at all, like a regular cat. But it does have some of the features of its behavior. How would it, again, hunt for food to survive, and also defend its territory, because cats are actually territorial animals. So yes, indeed, this fucking beast would definitely be territorial. So yeah, here's a better shot of how the mouth just opens, and yeah, again, explaining it, look at all those teeth in the front. I mean, it would be insane if a cat had that many teeth in the front. That's like extra more freaking canines, if I want to be honest. More freaking canines in the front of the mouth, and not really in the bottom mouth, only just 2 big teeth. But then you got the back ones like a cat, and that's about it. So you got the upper front teeth and the bottom teeth and the side teeth of the mouth, because the mouth is the jaw. It's like the mouth is one ability for an animal that needs to have a mouth to chew down meat or even crush bones, whatever it's going to kill and hunt like a feline. But yeah, I don't think there's no way it would have teeth in the back of its throat. All it sees the roof of the mouth. And we have a roof in our mouth too. That's skin and everything else, like the tongue. The tongue is made out of flesh and muscle. So, yeah. Except it just won't have probably those, how a cat's tongue is all like sandpapery. So I don't think the thanator's tongue will have a sandpapery texture. But it will still probably groom itself like a cat, because it really will in its behaviors. So it'll have all the behaviors of a cat, it's just probably not some, because it's different and it's alien cat. So alien cats are definitely different. But like I said, it would definitely have the same thing to groom itself and take a nap, because it would definitely sleep, probably in the day, sort of, because it's nocturnal. So yeah, that's what it will actually do. Lick itself and clean itself. Because cats, they're really not like hooked or addicted, but they're really freaking obsessed of cleaning themselves. They just love to be clean. So the thanator will be the same thing. Clean and groom itself. Even though it's so different to be so an alien kind of feline, even though it will clean itself, it's just, there's no fur on its body. So who knows how much saliva it can produce to kind of clean itself. I mean, its whole skin will be totally wet. I'm serious, its skin will be totally freaking wet if it groomed itself. But yeah, those are just a few answers of the thanator. I don't know if I'm going to do another one. But I guess I would say that's just a few behaviors, because that's all I know about it. I mean, like I said, it's a cat. It's an alien cat, so it will definitely 100% indeed would have the same features of all the cat species on planet Earth. So yeah, the hunting instincts indeed. The sleeping and the grooming, yes, it will definitely do that. And marking its territory, finning its territory, because it certainly will, because cats are freaking territorial. And yeah, I mean, as you guys know, it will have everything. So yeah, sleep, groom, hunt, and fight for dominance and marking territory. So yeah, that's all the things it would definitely have, like a lion and a tiger back on Earth. So yeah, I guess this is going to be the end of the video. I would say it's a pretty cool theory video. That's just some things to explain about it, of some of its features, because it has 6 legs, and we all know it'll be weird as hell for a cat to have 6 freaking legs. But either way, it's still freaking incredible. No matter, just doesn't even matter how it looks. Like, I'm not judging it, how this creature even looks. It's just really remarkable, incredible, extraordinary, fascinating, and you name it. But yeah, there's going to be another theory video. That part won't be as long, so it might be about how would the thanator breed. Yeah, that's right. How would it breed? Like, how would it breed? How would it, like, reproduce to have a litter of babies that would not just be kittens but cubs? Because bigger cats back on Earth, their babies are called cubs, kind of like bear cubs, when your house cat babies are called kittens. So I would not say the thanator's babies will be called kittens. They will be called cubs. And like viper wolves, as the dog family, their babies will be called pups. So there's a big difference to that. But yeah, it would definitely have many litters as a cat back on Earth. Many litters to mate and reproduce, as every creature will, to keep their species going so they don't go extinct. Because, well, cats do populate a lot on Earth, and I'm not going to say that cats probably will never go extinct, because they reproduce a lot. So, for the thanator, yes, we're going to mark that on the board. We're just going to yoink, mark it down, because it will definitely indeed breed and populate a lot. So that means there won't be just one thanator in Pandora. There will be a lot of them. Except they don't live in prides like lions. They're pretty just separate. Because other cats, as the jungle cats, the jaguar and the panther and the tiger, they don't live in prides. Kind of like how we say a wolf is called a pack. Because, yeah, some animals need to have pack hunters. They're in one big family, and they work as a team. But most cats don't. They only work on a team by themselves, alone. So they don't need big families or big prides like lions. So it makes sense the thanator is a lone hunter. It does not need a family. It doesn't need like multiple males. Even if it's just one female, she's only good for herself to be with her, or just her and her babies. That would be her cubs. But yeah, it all makes sense in the reality world of explaining about nature, creatures, and Pandora from Avatar is one of it. Because it's an idea, like, I don't know, there's a lot to say. But I hope you guys like this video. There will be another one coming next week or whenever, and that's going to definitely be about how would the thanator breed, because it is a cat. And we don't really know if this thanator is a male or female, so we're definitely going to make that answer clearly in the next video. So yeah, that's the thanator, the mouth bringer of fear, my favorite animal. Indeed.